Anna-O is about Anna Ogilvy, who kills her two best friends while sleepwalking and then falls into a 4-year-long deep sleep. And Dr. Benedict Prince, who's a sleep expert, who has to try and wake her up in order for Anna to stand trial for the double murder. And believers in her innocence call her Anna-O, believers in her guilt call her Sleeping Beauty. And in the end, the reader has to decide, is Anna-O guilty or not guilty? I started with researching real-life cases where people have committed a crime while sleepwalking or claiming they've been sleepwalking, so their eyes are open but their brains technically are asleep. And lots of cases where some people have believed that the defendant has been sleepwalking, and some people have believed they're using that as an excuse to get away with murder. And then the other bit of the novel is the deep sleep Anna goes into, what's called resignation syndrome, which is a real-life mystery illness. And there's lots of books written about it and real-life case studies in Sweden, in Kazakhstan, all around the world. And so I put those two things together, the real-life cases of the sleepwalking crimes and the sleeping sickness, and that's how I got the idea and the hook for the book. So it took about 4 years to write, about a year of research, a year of plotting, and then writing it. Misdirecting the reader was probably the hardest thing I had to do, and coming up with a twist that was genuinely original and that would shock even people who've read lots and lots of thrillers and mysteries. That was the hardest bit.
Very shortly, it's about a very powerful woman who is a chef of national petrol company, and one night during sleepwalking she do something very perversional. She makes sex to the tree, and she's caught by paparazzi, and her career is ruined in 1 minute. So she discovered something that bring her to madness, and in that state of madness she is moved straight to the Middle Ages when she joined a group of heretics, women who left their husbands and their children, and they went to live in the forest. This book is very connected to environmental activism, and the person who really inspired me is Thomas Morton from Dark Ecology and Astrida Neymanis from Water Bodies, who are this kind of eco writers who don't think about the nature in the romantic way. Because I don't have that belief inside me that we have to come back to the romantic nature which is not destroyed by industry. I realize that nature is spoiled, that we've got a real big problem with the climate, but this book is encouraging people to think about the nature, not as of the mother nature, just as a lover nature, because my biggest interest is to inspire people to love their planet in a different way.
Moja knjiga je jedna priča, biografija jedne izmaštane žene iz 19. stoljeća koja prolazi jednu avanturu zapravo življenja. Taj život je vrlo raznolik, nekad vrlo težak, nekad vrlo sretan. Taj život je, kao i svaki život, ima puno svojih malih priča od kojih je sastavljen. Tako ta biografija te žene je zapravo prikazana kroz niz priča koje je prezentiraju, i u tim pričama ono što je jedna odluka romana je da ta žena o kojoj knjiga govori je često sporedni lik vlastitih priča. Znači i život nekad teče okolo nas ili ga promatramo kroz tuđe oči. Pa sjajno mi je prvo ta riječ svjetski, zato što svi se povezujemo, svi ljudi, bez obzira iz kojih prostora dolazili, iz kojih konteksta, dijelimo nešto zajedničko, neke globalne vrijednosti. Ovdje je prilika da vidimo kako se drugi ljudi bore sa sličnim problemima i što je to, znači ono globalne stvari o kojoj bi pisci prvenstveno, a inače ljudi trebali razmišljati.
One thing I do almost all the time when I write a novel is talk about secrets. secrets in families, secrets in countries. These things which are not said. Everybody knows there are some dark secrets, dark things in your history, in your private history or in the history of your country, but you don't talk about them. And that's one of the main ideas of all my books. And in these books, I'm trying to talk about a very dark past that comes from our civil war and things which happened then and still happen now because of the people who won. And these people who won could write the history the way they liked. In the book, one of the main characters is an artist, a painter, a woman painter, and in her paintings there is always a shadow and nobody knows where it comes from. No figure, no object casts that shadow in reality. But that's a metaphor for something which happens all along the story. There is always a shadow in this family, in this country.